What up, though? And welcome to the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. It's your man, Professor Curt Steele. What if I told you Detroit Lions secondary is posed to be the most surprising defensive unit in the entire NFL this upcoming season? Well, today we look into reports coming out of training camp about how the DBs are becoming the strength of the Lions defense. We are on our way to 3,000 subscribers and currently sit at 2917. Shout out to our channel members. Y'all know who they are. If you don't know, here you go. First up, we got T-Bone Locks, Sean Bird, Lauren Vander Esch, my man from Michigan Panthers Pride, Brent DeWitt, Miss Mary Smith, and John Martin. Man, it is another way to help us grow the content on this channel. So make sure if you want to become a channel member, you can check it out on the whole page of our YouTube channel or the description of this video. Now it's time to bring in my co-host for today. As always, first up, it's the hardest working man down there in Jackson, Michigan. He's coaching kids. He's cooking meals. He's running fades. He's showing them how to run fades. And, hey, man, you got that whole life? He's thinking policies. It's the Wolverine who?
And shout out to Lauren Vander Esch because he is from Port Huron as well. Coach Mike Jones, what's going on, Lion fans?
Man, and it's the man, the myth, the legend, Chocolate Thunder himself, man. He did an old school throwback. I mean, it was like Gatorade in a glass bottle old school, man. Thursdays, man. It's LL Cool Toys. What's going on, my guy?
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday.
Man, it was Jet Beauty of the Week on his Instagram page the other day. Took me back, man. He took me back, man. It was that, like, you know, remember that like Mike commercial back in the day? That's what it looked like. That's what it reminded me of back in the day, man. All right, man. If you're new to our channel, you don't know how our show works. We look at Detroit Lions news, headlines, or takes. If we agree, we say they are bossed up with that big blade dance. If we disagree, we say they are balled on them. We give our reasons why we agree or disagree. No hot takes here, just our thoughts and opinions, natural debate about what's going on with our favorite team, the Detroit Lions. This story, I thought about it myself. I kind of did a trending topic thing, but I'm looking on different websites, you know, and I was like, oh, I guess a great minds think alike, because all the reports coming out of Allen Park is that the excuse me, let me get this correct. Reports from the Meyer Performance Center at Allen Park show that the Lions secondary is shaping up to be a real strength for the defense this season. Now, you know who the anchors are, the standout dual safeties of Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch. They've been making some impressive plays during camp, even though Kirby Joseph has missed a little bit of time with a knee irritation. But when he's been in, he's been giving Jared Goff fits. And then Branch has been in some intense battles with Amon-Ra St. Brown, who, you know, that are pro. Both of them had some moments, man. Branch kind of lost some battles the other day, or yesterday to St. Brown. It was all over the Lions social media, but he's had his wins as well. Don't get it twisted, people. And one of the best things about Brian Branch is his tackling. Yeah, I know that dude, the thumper, man. What would you call him, B2 bomber?
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Risdon,
that's what they call him,
said it best yesterday. He said you can hear when Branch hits somebody. So you can, like, you know it's him when he makes a tackle because it's a loud thump out there on the field. And then headed on to the rest of the secondary. Terrion Arnold has been a hot topic lately. New defensive coordinator Kelvin Shepard mentioned that Arnold seems like a completely different player compared to last year, and head coach Dan Campbell thinks he's ready to make a big jump in his second season. People have noticed that Arnold has bulked up. He's gotten stronger. He's sharpened his skills out there on the field, and he's a more vocal leader out there during training camp. But and like myself, many are betting for him to be the CB1 this season. I just think he's going to take over that role. I don't think that this next guy I'm talking about is going to be CB1. He came to be CB2 because that's his role, and that's DJ Reed, man. That's been a smart move. He's been breaking up passes and keeping up in tight coverage all camp. He's really shined when going up against JMO yesterday, man, in team drills and one-on-ones. I don't know what we're talking about. He talking about JMO cooked him on a route. It's like he got open, but Reed was right there to make a tackle. And it was like a short, like a little out route. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what you guys saw there, but Reed was right there. Now, y'all know I ain't gonna mix no feelings. Because first I had concerns about Reed's size. Because guess what? He's only like 5'8", 5'9", like another guy we have on the field on the team, Amik Robinson. But I will say this: he's shown his worth as one of the top free agent cornerbacks this offseason. The dude is out there balling, being a leader in the defense and in the secondary. Speaking of Robinson, y'all know what he is, man. He tell you who he is because he's gonna show you. He plays bigger than his size. Solid contributor, especially in that run support, man. I watched some highlights of last season, man, and like Amik Robinson, man, you know, you can't worry about his size because that dude plays well above his, you know, where he's at, man. So you got two little scrappy dudes in that secondary, man. They out there doing but it's also been great. And we kind of worried about this too, because all these dudes are around the same size. You got two veterans that's making their presence felt in Avonte Maddox and Rock Ya-Shin. So they've been performing well at camp as well, man. Both guys can switch up and play multiple roles. You see Rock-Shin is now going to play some safety, just like Avonte Maddox has in training camp. And Ya-Shin, man, he's impressed me, especially during the Hall of Fame game, man, when he was laying the wood out there. That boy was bringing the heat. The running backs, it thought had second thought, when they ran to his side and run support. One down note, man. Second year cornerback in his Rakestraw. He's still dealing with injuries, man. He missed over a week due to a chest contusion and returned to practice yesterday. I'll let LL update you later on about what's going on with him right now. But I hope he can avoid starting the season on the injury list. I hope he can avoid that, because I want to see the young fella to succeed, man. I think he has a great upside to have a good second year as in the secondary. Right. Now, I will say this, man. I'm looking forward to this unit, see what they can do, because they were supposed to take a step back, with the departure of Carlton Davis, because everybody like, we're going to do now, man. Carlton Davis went to the New England Patriots. However, I think they're looking stronger. If you look at the backups we have this year compared to the backups we had last year, it looks a lot better. I think that they're going to be strong. This is going to be one of the strongest secondaries we had in years. So my question to you is, man, what do you guys think about the Detroit Lions improved secondary? Let me put this banner up here because we're talking about them. Them stepping up at camp. What do you think? Will they be a strength in 2025? I'll go to you first, LL, man. What do you think about the Lions secondary potentially being a strength in 2025?
Yes. I agree. So I guess I would have to give a big boss up on that one. And that's just out from the reports that we've heard. And it's just the depth down the line. Of course, we know we got in Terry Arnold and DJ Reed, but now we have players like Avonte Maddox and Rock Ya-Shin that's also going to step in and do stuff like that. When, we were already slated or expecting the top three at least. And that's, the two already mentioned and Amik Robinson. But just getting those two, adding those two and seeing that they actually may be productive is the gigantic plus. It is a little bit of a downer with Ennis Rakestraw. This because when you had announced his injury, I thought you was gonna say he was out with third degree burns all over his body. Because
I'll
let you do that when you do your segment. We'll talk about his injury later.
Don't do it.
That was the injury that I saw. He just got ran right past it like he wasn't even out there.
Oh, in the Hall of Fame game.
So that's more so what I'm worried about. Hopefully that's what they're gonna tell me is that he was so hurt that he got ran past or something like that. Other than that, if that wasn't because of injury, I have concerns. But other than that, I like the depth. It does look like it's gonna be a strength, especially after myself at least, surely thought that there would be at least a little bit of concern there.
Yeah. I would say this. The only thing I would give him a reprieve on that burn. Rayshaw runs about a 4.5, man. That receiver that burned him on that route runs a 4.3. He got a clean release off the line. He was gone. Like, it happens, man. Yeah. You know, when you play cornerback, it happens. All you can do is strap it up and play the next play.
Need some jelly for that toast.
Oh yeah, he showed some butter and everything else. All right, what you got, Coach?
Well, I'll give you your topic, a boss up. And only reason why is because we don't have to rely on Kendall Vildor no more. We can rely on Rocky Sin to come in off the bench. And that's tremendous leaps from where we was last year. So, yeah, the secondary is really stepping up. It's stepping up because they've increased the talent, So yeah, man, I'm all about that, man. If the secondary happens to be the strength of the defense this year, that's not ideal. But that also means we're not gonna give up a whole lot of big plays in the passing game. So I'm with it. But man, no Kendall Vildor, it makes me so happy.
No Kendall Vildor, no Amana Warrior, none of those cats, man.
Another name that we hadn't heard of, that we completely forgot about, and that's Cam Sutton.
Yeah. I don't even think is he still in Pittsburgh? I don't even know if he's in Pittsburgh still. I mean, I don't know. I know that case, whatever that case got dismissed, he's still suing the Lions, but I mean, it is what it is, man.
Pittsburgh over there stacking talent, man, behind.
Oh yeah, they are. They are.
I don't like that.
But the only problem with them is they ain't stacking. They stacking old talent. Them jokers is the AARP club. Oh, they're in Pittsburgh, man. Hey, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. All these things help us get this content out to more Detroit Lions fans just like yourself. Hey, that Boss Up Ball Out merch shop is now available, man. You can check out the link in the description of the video or on the homepage of the channel. Put in the code Boss Up Ball Out 10 to check out. When you spend $45, you get 10% off an item. Or if you're a channel member, you get 15% off your total order. So go ahead and check that thing out, man, in the description, like I said, of this video. I think there's going to be a definitely a product that's showcased in the description of the video as well. All right, so Coach Jones, man, he saw this headline and he was like, yeah, I want to talk about this. He talked about the young fella out of Tennessee, Hendon Hooker, getting his chance to shine on Saturday.
It's about damn time, okay? It's about time. Because, when Hendon Hooker got drafted in 2023, we all, we know the Lions took a flyer on him because he was going to be out his rookie year, his rookie season. His development was going to be behind because he was rehabbing. And we all understood that. But then came 2024. And, they were all reports where Hendon Hooker was struggling. And then we didn't get to see him start with the first two preseason games because Jake Fromm and Nick Sudfeld got all the tick. And Hendon Hooker kind of got those wrap-up minutes, man. And finally, in that third preseason game in 2024, Hendon Hooker got he got to show a little bit, and he did okay. He didn't do too bad. He didn't necessarily light up the stat sheet, but he was 12 of 20 for 114 yards. It's not all that great. One touchdown, one interception, but he was sacked 5 times. So that looks really bad. But all in all, he competed though. He fought through, and we finally got to see a little bit of Hendon Hooker. And you know what? And then we were like, he won the backup job, and we all thought, Hendon Hooker's coming along. And then the playoffs came. and we went and signed Teddy Bridgewater to be the backup. That was shocking to me that happened. And it was because they didn't trust Hendon Hooker to be the backup, obviously. So he comes on in the preseason this season, and we're like, all right, this has to be the year, Hendon Hooker. And lo and behold, Kyle Allen starts the first preseason game, and Hendon Hooker comes back and he plays cleanup time, man. And I just, me personally, Hendon Hooker was 3 of 6, 18 yards, 1 interception. Maybe I'm making excuses for him because I want to see Hendon Hooker out there. And, you can't really judge a guy his true talent if he's playing out there with third string and guys who are just trying to make the team. Like, you can't. That's not a fair evaluation of a guy's skills. So he finally gets to play with the twos. And we finally get to see what that looks like, because that's all Detroit has been asking for. All the Detroit Lions fan base has heard the ups and downs of Hendon Hooker, but we haven't seen them. We have not seen any of these ups and downs. And last preseason game, when I seen Kyle Allen was starting, I was like, what in the heck? Like, are they holding him back? Is he getting unfair evaluations? Because I'm on the Hendon Hooker train, man. I'm on the train until he shows me otherwise, and he has not been able to show me yet what he can do. So he will finally get the opportunity to show what he can do, man. And you know what? If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, at least we get to see it with our own eyes. We can judge it for ourselves. We tired of hearing reports coming out of camp. Like, we tired of hearing about this and about that, and the coach is saying this and he's saying, like, let us see it for ourselves with the number twos and game action, and we can make a decision for ourselves. Man, that's all the fan base want. So what I'm saying to you guys is, are you happy that Hendon Hooker is getting a chance to start? Or are you kind of like, I don't care? Or I feel like it's time. I feel like it's time. Like, the man is like 36 years old. Like, I feel like it's time. You know what I'm saying? So what do you guys think about Hendon Hooker finally getting the chance to start in the preseason game with the twos to see how he looks? Because they just have not given him the fair chance, I don't feel, to show his backup abilities, man. So that's what it is, man.
Okay. I'll take. Now I will say this, and I'll have to agree with you. I'll give you a boss up there, Coach. I like the fact that Hendon Hooker is getting his chance to start in Atlanta. I know Kyle Allen took the field first against the Chargers. I don't think it was a big deal. I think the coaches hadn't seen Allen. That's why he got the start. They hadn't seen him in the game action, like up close. So I think it was more about learning a new quarterback. But I will agree with you. All eyes are going to be on Hooker in the next coming weeks. And he had the chance to stand out. It all kicks off against the Falcons. He needs not just to meet expectations, but he needs to really step up and show that he can be a dependable backup. The next few weeks in camp and preseason is important for his growth and separation in their quarterback room to make himself the number 2 in the quarterback room. So it's all dependent on him and how he's performed. So, and starts in Atlanta. So, young fella, you got to do your thing out there. He led a couple scoring drives in garbage time during the season. Now I will say this: he did play better with the ones when we did, or the twos when we saw him in the season last year than he did in preseason. We'll say that. Had a nice couple of passes. He had one to Allen Robinson. He had a nice one to Khalif Raymond. Some nice passes. Like I said, even though I think they were just field goals, but led a couple of field goal drives during the season. So when he in backup time, when we were up like 58-0 or 7 or whatever it is, but I think that, this is what do you call that? Put up or shut up time right now. So you got to put up or shut up, because if you had a stronger showing last year, they wouldn't have brought in Teddy Bridgewater to be the backup during the playoffs. So I get what you're saying, Coach. What you got, LL?
I do you another one. You said put up or shut up. It's another old one. Is you either gonna go or get off the pot. You gotta get it figured out. So it's really that time. Have I ever told y'all the story about my daddy ate my rabbit?
Mm-mm.
So when I was a kid, I had a pet rabbit. Long story short, I think I didn't know it was food the whole time. I thought it was a pet, and it was. I think it was that was the plan the whole time. So I brought that up for last year with Teddy Bridgewater. Now I think that might have been the plan the whole time. For as soon as you're done, Teddy, you come on back and whatever. I know our perception of it. We all talked about it. I hated it as well, but I think that maybe that's what it was. Maybe that was the plan the whole time. Is why I bring it up. But and it could be the same plan this time around. I don't know. But to answer your question, Coach Mike, I am glad that he will get to to get to start, at least so we could get to see him, with some better players. Last week, I don't know if we had pointed that out, but the pick that he got was from Dominic Lovett, letting somebody take it away from him. So, maybe put him out there with T-Slaw and let's see what that can do. Let's see how that can go, or just with better players around him to see how it can go. I don't know what to think about Hendon Hooker. I've been clamoring that, maybe he should start over Jared Goff. I'm one of those idiot fans that y'all want to call him. But obviously, I have been sadly mistaken. And he got to show us all something, or we probably drafting another backup cornerback this year.
One thing I want to say is that I feel like, because I'm a Hendon Hooker apologist. Because I feel like this. We've had 3 preseason games last year, and we had one already this year. We're going to be on the second one. So he's had 5 games to show his worth. And this is the first of those 5 games where he actually gets to run with the tools. And it's like, this is make or break, Hooker. You know what I'm saying? It's like we just can't. I mean, I could see if he had like 2 games or 3 games last year, he had a game this year with the tools, and it's like, all right, man. Like, you got to sit. But this is his first go. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you know what, he's gonna probably have a little ups and downs. I just want to see him look better and look more fluid running the offense than what he has. But I just feel like, again, he's getting a bad break because it's like this is his first go, and it's like, all right, here you go. I mean, if he has a bad game or he makes a few mistakes, I'm like, oh no, get him out of there.
It's a bad break because, like you said in your explanation, we don't know what they see. They may already know, like, or otherwise that's maybe why he's still there. Is we know you can do better, blah blah blah. But the question I was going to ask is because I'm with you, like the moment Hendon Hooker was drafted, I was sitting just like this. I'm waiting for a 6 interception game maybe, and then maybe get to see the field. But but I don't know. I don't know how they feel about it. That's just my interpretation of it. That's kind of how I see it. I feel like they looking at him like, all right now, but you might be right. Maybe it's just that, that may be another point of view that they have as well. It's just that, he ain't had very much time, so let's give him some time.
Yeah. The one thing I would say is what I want to see him in camp get runs with the ones. I want both those guys. I want him and Allen to get run with the ones. Take Jared Goff, sit him, because here's the deal: if JG gets hurt, they're gonna play with the ones. You gotta say it. You have a backup quarterback in case the starter gets hurt. I'm not trying to jinx Jared Goff. I'm not really, but I'm just saying you have a backup quarterback, and you gotta put them with the first team to see how they're gonna perform. That's all I'm saying. You put them in camp, you put them with the ones, you run a couple drills with them, 7-on-7, stuff like that, to see how they perform with the ones. That's all I'm saying. You put both of those guys, maybe it's you one day it's Allen, one day it's Hooker, and they run with the ones for a couple sets. I'm not saying the whole practice because we know that Jared Goff's going to get all the reps with the ones.
Right.
But I just want to see what the reports would be if you let those guys run with the ones. That's all I'm saying. That's all. That's all. Because I want to see how they're going to perform when they put on the big stage with St. Brown and J-Mo and all those cats and Laporta, and how they're going to perform when they run with the ones.
Curt, you get your bad juju up out of here, man.
You, you,
Take that
you sure that you sure you're not wishing that on him, Kurt?
I am not.
You sure?
I like JG, man. That's my dude, man. 16
sure
my quarterback, man.
You sure you don't
So
want to wish it on him?
nah, that's you. We can
No,
never feel to go a
no.
show without some JG hate from it.
You're right, but I ain't wishing no injury on him. That's one.
Oh no. I'm not saying anything. Hey man, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. All these things help us get this content out to more Detroit Lions fans like yourself, man. That Boss Up Ball Out podcast is sponsored by who? Dubby Energy Drink, packed with brain boosting amino acids and vitamins, of course, with no sugar. That's important for your man, Curt Steele. It gets you pumped up for tackling your daily tasks. Try all the new flavors over there. It costs you about $1 a drink. It's a great alternative to coffee or canned beverages such as energy drinks, Red Bull and all those other cats, man. With no crashes or jitters, check out the video description for the link to buy Dubby. Use that code BOSSUPBALLOUTPOD for 10% off your order. Power your day with Dubby. All right, my man, LL Cool Tones. He going to update us on what's going on the injury front with the Lions.
Yeah, it's some good news and some, I guess, not so good news. So let's just go ahead and jump right back on in. One of the, like we had mentioned earlier, I go with the one we already talked about a little bit, and that's our friend Ennis Rakestraw. The reports were that he, will miss some time with, like I said, third-degree burns all over his body. With toast leosis is what that's called. But no, he left practice early. It looks like where did it go? He did leave practice early, but a positive report is that Taylor Decker is back, and he's gonna be out there practicing now, everything like that, and that is a good thing because we also got the report that Dan Skipper will be sidelined and miss some time with a sprained ankle. Another injury update is Terrion Arnold. We had talked about it with his hamstring and things like that, and then Dan Campbell actually spoke on it. And as a quote, hopefully I get it right, not verbatim, but he said he's going to be out a little bit. When I heard that, I'm like, uh-oh, even though it is preseason, but hamstring, that kind of, it seems as though those kind of linger. So I'm like, uh-oh. But then it was like, he'll be back by the middle of the week. So it was like, yeah, Dan Campbell, you trying to trick me. Don't do me like that, Dan Campbell. But yeah, so I guess, that's the time frame that we got on him. So it's not looking that bad. And it's probably just coming over from last week. He tweaked it a little bit when he's just gonna hold you out and give you some time. And it's just like how Coach Mike just says, it's preseason, it's off season, we ain't playing yet, so we're gonna give you opportunity to get it right, so you can be out there going full strength. So those are the. Oh, we also another one was they actually got injured in the game, and that was Kenny Yeboah. Curt made sure to let me know about that, so I figured that is Curt's boy. But just some other some random updates that people that are not practicing was Kyle Robichaud, and already named the other ones, Kenny Yeboah, Dan Skipper, and Terrion Arnold, and actually who two that returned to practice was Amik Robinson and Kirby Joseph. A player that is no longer limited is our friend Sione Vaki. And like I said, and it was the shoulder with Ennis Rakestraw. Shoulder, he had left practice early, and Dirty Dan Jackson left practice early with seems to be a leg issue. Hadn't gotten any more updates on the leg for Dirty Dan, but come on back. I seen 28 out there. Wasn't doing much of nothing, but I saw 28 out there. So, get you some 28 if you're healthy, and go ahead and thump somebody like we've heard that you can. So those are the injury updates. Any that I missed or any thoughts on those?
All right. What you got, Coach?
I think the injuries, they all seem like they're pretty, like they're marginal. None of them seem overly serious. I feel like in training camp, if you get any bumps and bruises, they hold you out. They let you get right. They don't want, that turn into something when the season starts and you get hit in that same spot that, and it becomes an injury. So I feel like, we're pretty healthy going into the preseason games and into the season. I think they want to keep it that way. So, when guys get a little something, man, like every other team in the NFL, Got a sit down player, and we'll holler at you in a couple of days, maybe even next week. Like I don't think Dan Skipper is gonna play at all in the preseason.
Yeah, he
Just
played last game.
Yeah, he played
but
Hall of Fame game.
but I'm talking
You talking about
about
the rest
like
of it?
I'm talking
No,
about
anymore.
after this injury. I'm talking about, yeah, that's what I meant. Anymore. I think he's done for the preseason. I think when he comes back from that injury, he's gonna just be chilling on the sideline. Yeah, man. But everybody else, man, I'm cool. It's good. So we're gonna see what happens, man. I don't think nothing is too bad. So
With that, how you just say with Dan Skipper being out, we get to see your boy get some more time. And it's been videos about him. I know you had said that he was out there looking lost and needed to hit somebody. But the tape says otherwise. Coach Mike and that's Giovanni Mando, he was out there looking pretty decent.
yeah, he did inspire. It just I'm a coach, right? So
I get you.
I see things a little bit differently. And what I see is I seen a few plays where he was doing this.
Even on that clip I sent y'all, he did it like once or twice. But
Yeah, and I'm like, look, your big ass better hit somebody. That's all I got to say.
Coach wants him to stay engaged.
Right.
Yeah. For me, I think the biggest return for me is Taylor Decker because it's a big boost to the starting offensive line in camp. They need to still, build some chemistry because he hasn't practiced with the new offensive line yet. And having Kirby Joseph back is always a big plus, man. I think everyone's hoping that all the starters. I'm hoping. I don't know about you guys, but I'm hoping that everybody's back for the joint practices against the Dolphins on the 13th, which is super important because the first strings are getting ready for the season, and that joint practices are like the preseason games for the starters because you're not going to see them play any of the preseason games. So that's going to be their measuring stick on how we're going to go into the seasons when we have joint practices. And the first one is up on the 13th against the Miami Dolphins. And then I think the next one is scheduled against, I can't remember what team, the Texans. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, so that's what I'm happy that we got some guys back. And like you said, Coach, you want to, kind of slow walk the injuries because I'm looking at reports, man, on X and Twitter or whatever you call it. And there's some guys going down like season-ending injuries in other ball clubs. So I like the fact that the Lions are so slow walking injuries and making sure these guys are getting back and not rushing them back onto the field. And good luck to Ennis Rakestraw, man. He's having a tough camp, man. I just want him to be able to have a great season and avoid the injury list as much as possible. Bubble up that dude until the season. And then to go with that Dan Skipper injury, man, last Saturday, the Lions waived defensive lineman Raekwon Williams and brought in offensive lineman Justin Herron. And with Skip going out with that ankle injury, we'll see Herron out there on the field, get some playing time in camp. He's a camp body. There's no ifs, no ands, or buts about it. You have a guy go down like Skipper, who's our swing tackle. He ain't going to make the 53-man roster. But a little background on him before we close this topic, man. He does have some NFL experience after getting drafted by the New England Patriots in 2020. He has played for the Saints and the Raiders. I think he had a season-ending injury last year. They cut his season short, but it is what it is, man. He is who he is. He's a camp body. If he goes out there and shine, maybe he'd make the practice squad. But I don't think Huron's going to be catching on here anytime soon to the roster. Shout out to our people over at Lions Nation Unite, man. Thank you guys, man. We appreciate your support over there. Herman Moore, those cats over there, that whole roster over there. With the heavyweights, they hang out all the time, man. Leave my dude alone, man. LL, because you got that smirk on your face. But shout out to the cats over there, LNU, Don P, man, all those cats over there at Lions Nation.
You ain't called his name in a while.
Curt. Yeah, man, because you pick all the time, man. Anyways, man, if you haven't done so already, make sure you do what? Follow the crew on your favorite social media platform. Shout out to Coach Jones. He does a great job over there at Wolfline Sports Talk and on this channel, man. Dropping some great content, especially some shorts, man. I post content from this channel on all of my social media platforms. And like I said, man, it was a special throwback edition of Thursday, whatever day it was, on LL's Instagram page. So make sure you go check that thing out, man. Like I tell you, man, it took me back to the Like Mike commercials because it was like Gatorade in a glass bottle. If you old school like me, you remember those days, man. Gatorade was in a glass bottle, man. All right, man, time for party shots for today's show, man. LL, you up first, my guy. What you got on this Feel Good Monday?
No, Curt ain't letting us know about some stuff, but that's some old player rhetoric right there. That old said he said like Gatorade in a glass bottle. That's classic thirst. I said, Curt, okay. Might have been in the back at the old players meetings, but at the players balls. But happy Monday, y'all. Have a great start to your week. It's getting a little cooler, so let's have fun while you can, because summer show is trying to get out of here. But like wise words, put some hot sauce on that burrito, baby, if you haven't one.
All right, what you got, Coach?
I'm just so glad that Curt has gotten off of that the Irish stripe with the Dubby, or trying to talk about he 1/16th Irish. Like, I'm just so glad he threw with that. Like, that's why I'm a little fair skinned. But you know what, man? But you know what, man? I'm hyped, man. I'm excited for Hendon Hooker, man. This is what we all been waiting for. A lot of us Lions fans, we just wanted to see what it looked like, man. We just want to see. We tired of reading reports and him practicing. We want to see what it's like in live action. So our prayers have been answered, and we will get to see that. I believe this Saturday night. So yeah.
While you're playing, Coach, I am part of the McAdams bloodline. And Irish stripe is Irish for the like cornea, iris, not Irish, iris. But I am. But
Macklin and all of that, like, no.
But
calm down.
But my grandfather's, my mom's people are McAdams, and that's Irish McAdams, not Scottish McAdams.
Don't be trying to break up on here.
So while you're talking, I ain't gotta wear green. I ain't gotta wear green on St. Patrick's Day. You know what I'm saying? My bloodline say I ain't gotta wear that junk, man. But anyways, man, thank you guys for joining us right here on the Balls Up Ball Out Podcast, your home for a guy debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. Hey, thank you for starting your week off with us, man. If you're having a good Monday, make sure you spread that joy, because you never know when a small, kind word can help make someone's day or even change their outlook on life. If you're not having a good day, man, please, and I beg of you, please don't steal someone else's joy. And whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, fall out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL Cool Torrance and Coach Mike Jones, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon.